There are many things to consider when you are on Nofap. You have to take care of each thing very clearly in order to achieve longer streaks. I have seen many people relapsing and breaking their streaks, even after a long period of retention. When you start your Nofap journey, you have all the motivation and willpower. But over time you get weak and you have to create that motivation again. Getting that motivation is easy, as there are many motivational videos and articles on the internet. You can get all the help you want on the internet. If you wish, everything is possible. But my concern is not motivation or willpower, that you can get plenty on the internet. Everyone will help you with the motivation. You will get the motivation you want, but nobody will help you with your triggers. To overcome your addiction and to rewire your brain, you have to identify your triggers and beat them. Your triggers are the reason you can't continue your streaks, and eventually you relapse. If you identify your triggers and solve them, you can completely rewire your brain and never fap again. Yes, it is possible not to fap again in your life. By identifying your triggers and understanding them and solving them, you can help yourself to never fapping again and thus rewiring your brain. We all live in a sexualized world. Everything around is sexualized, from clothes to food. Your brain is being bombarded with many sexual things unconsciously, which you are not even aware of. While walking on the streets, you come across many things which help you in relapse. For example, while walking, if you see a lingerie store or any advertisement with a girl wearing fewer clothes, you will ignore that because of your willpower, but unconsciously your brain will store that image. As you start Nofap, you stop giving dopamine to your brain in large amounts, and due to many years of fapping, your brain is used to that level of dopamine. Now, if you stop giving your brain dopamine suddenly, by doing Nofap, your brain starts looking for pleasure. For this, your brain will start to look at places you shouldn't and try to get that dopamine boost. And don't worry, this will last only for a few weeks if you don't fall into your brain's trap. If you continue looking at other girls and try to look at them sexually, after a few days this sexual tension will build in your brain and it will trigger your brain into a relapse. That's why it is very important to identify your triggers. The triggers are not the same for everyone. For many people, when they are free and they have nothing to do, their brain triggers and they eventually relapse. So in this way your brain is wired to your past habits. The trigger happens at that moment when something is similar to your life before you started Nofap. Analyze all these triggers and understand them. Find where they are coming from. Make a plan to solve these triggers and you will never fap again. If you get triggered after meeting a girl, don't meet that girl. If you fap when you are free, don't be free. If you fap when you are free, don't be free. Or don't be alone, constantly do something to distract yourself from your triggers. Whatever triggers you, do the opposite of that and beat your triggers and become a Nofap legend. Change the pattern and be free.